Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
Vail Pass is the reason Vail functions at all. The town's viability depends less on the valley it sits in and more on the ability to move reliably across a section of the Continental Divide. Without the pass, Vail would be an isolated mountain terrain rather than a connected settlement. For centuries, this corridor constrained movement through central Colorado. Elevation, weather, and terrain limited travel to narrow seasonal windows. Routes existed, but they were slow and unreliable. Movement across the divide required planning, timing, and tolerance for interruption. That reality began to change with modern road engineering. Interstate 70 transformed Vail Pass from a barrier into a managed crossing. The alignment was chosen carefully, balancing grade, curvature, and exposure. The goal was not speed alone, but consistency. Keeping traffic moving year-round became the priority. Vail's location just west of the pass matters. It sits where traffic emerges from the climb and where conditions stabilize. That position turns the town into a pressure valve for movement. Fuel, services, and rest become available immediately after one of the most demanding sections of the route. The pass also dictates operational rhythms. Weather closures, avalanche control, and maintenance schedules influence traffic flow directly. When conditions tighten at elevation, impacts are felt in Vail almost immediately. The town absorbs delay, reroutes, and stoppages because it is positioned to do so. The infrastructure around the pass reflects this reality. Monitoring systems, safety controls, and emergency responses are built into the corridor. Movement here is managed continuously rather than assumed. This is not passive geography, it is active logistics. Before the interstate, earlier travel routes followed similar principles. Wagon roads and early highways sought the same workable grades and river alignments. The modern route did not invent the corridor, it refined it. The geography dictates the solution long before engineering perfected it. Vail benefits from this refinement, but it is also constrained by it. The town cannot expand arbitrarily. The valley narrows, the pass rises, and surrounding land is controlled. Growth is shaped by what the corridor can support rather than by open-ended opportunity. This relationship explains why Vail operates as a node rather than a sprawl. It exists where movement converges, not where land opens. Its economy, services, and planning respond to traffic patterns rather than independent demand. Vail Pass is not background scenery, it is the controlling variable. It determines access, reliability, and relevance. Vail exists because movement across the point became dependable. In that sense, the town is downstream of the pass, functionally and strategically. The success of Vail follows the success of the corridor, making regional movement the foundation on which the town continues to operate.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.